To wake up, America. They're not just threatening to use force against you, they're threatening your children. And they must feel quite emboldened because they're not even hiding it. They're not following the science because out of 74 million kids in this country, only around 300 have died of COVID. To put that in perspective, in 2017, double that amount died of the flu.
Well, you shouldn't be asking me, is there another step for the holdouts? I do think we've gone the extra mile in trying to persuade them, and no one wants to go to force someone to do something, right? You prefer people do it voluntarily because they've been educated and it's been made easy. But we're beyond that point. Another group that we certainly should get vaccinated are kids between 12 and 17. Vaccinating those kids is probably the best way to ensure that they stay open, and also adding a mask mandate in schools.
It's time to wake up, America.
Alright, Shalom Michael. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racha Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching his word in all true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to take a lesson. The fiery darts of the wicked. Because as you can see, the times that we're in, we finna this battle, this spiritual battle, is about to intensify, man. See, the so-called white man, the devil himself, is about to come down with great wrath. And this has always been in the making throughout the years. This man has been signing laws and legislations, different executive orders, just for this moment right here, man. And the only thing that's going to keep us, is really having his word. This is the only way we're going to be defended, believing and trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai, having this truth, But it's about to get real. Reality is about to set in for a lot of people, man. If you ain't watching, through spiritual lenses, like the brother Aaron said, you if you ain't watching the right channel, it's gonna get to the point. Your reality is gonna come out reality, man. So we'll start off with this Ephesians 6 and 11. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may stand. It's like that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. See, so this armor, this is not physical. It's not like the Lord is commanding you to get a damn bulletproof vest, man, or a scrap, man. No, this is all spiritual. That whole armor is being covered by the way of this truth, man. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. See, so that lets you know that armor is not carnal armor, man. Because there's nothing carnal we can do anyway. We're not wrestling against flesh and blood. It says, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickednesses in high places, see? And that's what you got, these, when the Lord says it's going to be wars, plural. What else going on? This spiritual war, man. The war, the info war, the different things this man is about to present unto the people. A lot of people is going to be taken by that. When Esau come with, these different things about, he's a cunning hunter. So, if you ain't got this truth, you're going to be taken by the mandates, or they now forcing the children to get that thing now. What it said, between the ages 5 and 11, 5 and 17, some of that, of that range. So a lot of people going to be taken by those things, man. It says, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. See, is it gonna be a point of time, these it's gonna intensify, man. You're gonna know that the so-called white man have raised war on you, man. You're gonna know that these different laws and legislations, the way they was shipping these military vehicles throughout, Babylon and Great. You're gonna see that wasn't just for no reason. You're gonna see when Bison, with that nigga Biden said he's running out of patience. You're gonna actually see that by the way the military coming forth. These draconian laws, being passed, and this man is blatantly showing you that he's the devil, man, at the end of the day. But that armor is gonna keep us. This is how we're gonna understand. This is how we're not gonna fall apart, man, when the times get tough, because it's gonna get rough, man. It's not like this gonna be a walk in the park. Everybody's lives is about to change one way, form, or fashion, man. On all levels. But that armor, which is having its truth, is going to keep us. Let's get this in the book of Revelations 3 and verse 10. It said, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. See, that's having a whole armor. Keeping the word of the patience. Having this truth, man. Because it's going to get so bad. The only defense you're going to have is if you can keep your mind. That's the only defense. If you can just keep your mind. Because, it tells you that in the book of St. Luke, the 21st chapter. It's going to be distress of nations with perplexity. See, the thing that's about to happen upon the planet Earth, the people ain't going to know why. They ain't going to know how. They ain't going to know when. It's going to suddenly come upon them, man. When the power suddenly goes out. The money suddenly crashes. Your bank out buffering. That's all part of the evil day. When these grocery stores become scarce, the food becomes scarce. When the power out, that means no more running water. So these things are about to take place upon the planet Earth, man. But what's gonna keep us, having this truth, because this truth understands who, what, when, where, and why. It gives us the spirit of anticipation. That's why you put the armor on. You ain't going out to the battlefield naked, man. You prepared to be on the, you prepare yourself for the battle, man. What tells that in Corinthians? You got to blow that certain sound, or that distinct sound, to prepare the people for the battle, man. Which is this devil coming down great wrath. Also, you just got to keep your mind, man, because like I said, there's nothing physical or carnal we can do to get out of in the situation the Lord's going to put us through. But if you got a precept, that's the, So it says, go back, Revelation 3 and 10, it said, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. See, that's the evil day. And that lets you know it's going to be Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai have his hand in everything, especially when it comes down to deliverance, man. When you read throughout, the scriptures, and concerning the men of the Lord that's been delivered, Yahweh Shai was there doing that, man. Daniel and the lions dead, the three holy children. Even when we was going out of Egypt, that was Yahweh Shai, man. So it's going to be the Lord to keep us from the hour of temptation. It said, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon earth. See, so it lets you know everybody's lives is about to change drastically, man, pretty soon. See, that word mandate ain't just there to just sound tough and, no, you're going to see mandatory play out when, we're not going to be able to enter into these certain established businesses. You ain't going to be able to go to the gas station or go to work or even go to a grocery store. How much more having a job here and paying your bills? So things is about to change. And just say the people that do bow down to the image, their life is about to change. Cause now you gotta scrap up. You gotta scrap the face up. You know, you gotta roll your sleeves up. You know, and even in that, they're gonna be in straits as well. Now you queasy every day. You know, you got to get another booster shot. But it said the Lord is going to keep us from the hour of temptation. Why? Because we kept the word of his patience. We got the armor on. We're being protected. You know, we in the house of pavilion of the Lord. You know, in the ark. Protection. We're being preserved because of this word. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick in the book of Proverbs 2 and 10. It reads, when wisdom enter into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, and this is not your conventional wisdom on how to start a fire. You know your way around the wilderness. No, this wisdom is concerning the knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, man. Why? Because this wisdom, you know, it actually narrates life, existence itself, reality. See, the scriptures, it actually outlines reality, man. You know, it says, discretion shall preserve thee. Understanding shall keep thee. See, it ain't say a scrap is going to help you out or beans is going to preserve. No, it's going to be discretion, understanding. If you can just keep your mind, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to fall apart in that day till men's heart filling them for fear, man. You know, when you see a newly created beast, you don't know what it is. It look like a dog from one angle, a rabbit from another one, and a gorilla from the back, you know, and you can't, it making a crazy sound, and it tells you people just gonna die just from the sight of that, you know. So you even had a chance to up the scrap. You just so spooked, you was frozen with fear, and your heart exploded. Well, that's what's gonna take place, and that's just scratching the surface, man. You know, because we really don't know how bad it's gonna get. You can probably go in history and gauge different evil times, but it tells you the scripture, Isaiah 47, that these plagues, once they hit America, is going to be in its perfection. So we're going to see these things, evils, at its highest degree, man. You know? So what's the only thing that can combat that? Having this understanding. Because this what the scriptures talks about. It tells you it's filled with lamentations, mournings, and woe. But now the Lord giving us a heads up on it. Now you can prepare yourself. Now you can put the armor on. You know? Which, Lord, we're going to get back to that. It said, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. It says, to deliver thee from the way of the evil mind, from the man that speaketh forward things, see? Because him speaking forward things is going to cause, you know, a series of events, which we seeing now. You know, through his laws and legislations, it's actually going to bring forth Jacob's trouble, man. See, that, like I said, that word mandatory ain't just there just to sound like he's the big bad guy on the block. No, he's going to show you his mandatory. When you see these tanks around, like I said, when you can't enter to these certain status businesses, it's going to get real then. And this is going to be in a situation where we got wholeheartedly trust in Yahweh by Shema Shai, you know? And that's the reason why we got to have this truth, man, this armor. Because it's going to come down to just mental, your mental, your decision making. It's not like if you can punch somebody as hard as you can, or you can run as fast as anybody else, that's going to be out the picture, man. You know? So let's go back Ephesians 6. Ephesians 6 and I started 13 again. It said, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. See, this is what's going to keep us. Having this word, having this truth. This is what's going to uphold us, man. Because now I said we have the spirit of anticipation. We're prepared. You can prepare yourself. You can brace for impact now. You know, instead of being taken. You know, somebody get hit in the gut, you know, and they weren't looking for that lick, they're going to fall apart. Versus the one that actually braced forward, you know, and was able to, absorb that blow, man. Because he was anticipating the lick, man. And that's what this truth is. Is giving us a spirit of anticipation of this, the flood of plagues is about to hit America, man. You know? And it's going to be one of the big thing in that, one of the big stars of those plays is Esau coming down with great wrath. The so-called white man, he's going to use his military. And all the teeth is going to be shown. From the needle, to a chopper, from a tank, all the way to a drone, all the way to the climax of the missiles, man. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. See, the loins of your mind. Matter of fact, let's get that. Is that Peter? It might, hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's Peter. I believe it's 1 Peter. 1 Peter 1 and verse 13. Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind. See? Gird up the loins of your mind. See, we got to get prepared mentally and spiritually for the things that's about to take place, man. Because the pressure is coming. It's not like, it's going to be another Super Bowl and you watch another goddamn NBA championship match. No, man. Things are moving, Things are changing. Like I said, our life is changing. It's slowly. It's gradual, but it's going to be a point. It's going to be a sharp left or a sharp right. We all going to have to take in that day, man. We all going to have that hour where that thing going to be presented to us. And even the thing, see, it's going to be levels to it, man. It ain't like when you on the battlefield, you get one guy, and then now you did enough. No, now it's on to the next. To the motherfucker retreat, or you got, So it's going to be level to it, but the point is, it said, gird up the loins of your mind. Get your mind prepared. It says, be sober. See, meaning what? Don't dive into any other philosophies. Stay in this doctrine. It's clear. This is what keeps, this is when you into this, your outlook is clear, man. That's why I said, be sober. It says, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach. See? So matter of fact, let's go back, Ephesians 6. So it said, gird. Read it again. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. See, your mind. This is what you should be, your mind should be, I don't think, this is our life. Oh, it tells 7 times a day I praise thee. So that's what we do. We meditate upon this truth, man. It says, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. It said, above all, see, so meaning what? This is the principal thing. Before you get anything off the shelf, let's just say you going to the battlefield, and you got to put your arm on. This the first thing you grab. That's why I said above all, this the first thing on the list you got to get, you're supposed to have on the checklist. It's the first thing you got to check off. I said above all, taking the shield of faith. See, we're going to see what real faith is in the time to come. Because this just one level of faith of teaching and believing, and, doing certain things to contribute to the ministry. That's just one level of belief. Then the second step of your faith, what you going to do when that famine comes? Are you going to take that thing because they threaten to fire you? Are you going to allow them to let them jab your children because they threaten to take them away of, certain things like that? That's another level of faith, that we're going to have to experience, man. Because it ain't like you putting out these precepts, you read, and we ain't going to apply it. No, our faith will have to be tested. Like I said, this is just one level of that. But it's going to intensify, man. It says, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. See, and them darts, it starts by the way of them laws, and it manifests. You know, them laws and legislation this man passed forth is like darts, and then it manifests to a literal dart by the way of that needle now, man. See, that ain't no coincidence, because that's the end goal of this devil. He literally do want to prick you at the end of the day. You know, from this jab to the MOTB, man. But it's like a dart though. But it starts by the way these laws, these legislations. Matter of fact, let's get some. Is that? Let me try Psalm 57. Bear with me. That's a good one. Matter of fact, let's just get in Psalm 64. Matter of fact, Psalm 64 and verse. I just get to the point. Verse 3. It says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words." See, so those arrows, those darts, is the bitter words, his laws and his legislations. But it don't end. That's just the beginning. It grows. You're gonna actually see the bitter words. You're gonna actually see the arrows through the laws and legislations being activated. These different executive orders being activated. You know, now you seeing Project Garden plot. You're gonna actually see that. You know, it's gonna actually manifest. But what's the only thing that combat that? Having this truth, man. You know, because at the end of the day, man, no matter what this nigga do, Esau, Edom, Scripture said the Lord's gonna lift up a standard against him, man. You know, and that's part of having him just the precepts, knowing that at the end of the day, he can huff and puff all he want. I would tell you, though they roar, though they toss and turn, they're not going to prevail, man. And this is all an act of desperation. This all shows that, this man, because there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. When an animal is wounded, he feel like he's about to die, he's going to go all out, man. You know, and that's what we seeing. So that's why I got to have the whole harm. Matter of fact, end it off, Ephesians 6 and 17, and the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So this truth, this having this truth is the armor, man. To be, for us to be protected and preserved from the darts of the wicked, from his laws, his legislations, his military, all the way to the literal dart, the needle, man, the syringe. Because this just not he's not just gonna prick you one time. He want to prick you twice by the way of his jab, and also by the MOTB. That the serpent got two fangs, man. So at the end of the day, having this truth is what's gonna combat and quench, and overthrow this man, and preserve us from the things to come. So yeah, I just hold it with edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach the word in our true faith and sincerity. DTA, Abba. Soon, very soon,